guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
Unpopular K-pop opinions because LESSERAFIM shaded NewJeans.
When I went on her page and seen her pictures,
Did we
I said,
listen?
"Oh,
I
jump
don't know.
scare."
1. Let's talk about the pic that broke the internet. Katseye and Illit supporting LESSERAFIM at their concert. Without the group that
Oh, we said that everybody showed up except NewJeans. Like, you know, how they were showing Bong Si-hyuk, everybody. So they
I
talk about
mean,
that. Okay.
wait, but were they invited?
I don't know, but yeah, that was an interesting. Not we didn't see like the particular picture, but what we saw was just like in the concert, like everybody all Hype family basically attended.
Yeah, we saw they
So-
said that it was like for phase 2 as well.
Yeah.
This looks good for the lawsuit.
we
we were
did-
saying that. Yeah, we were
saying
talking about
that. We
that.
were saying that this is for the looks of it.
shall not be named. NewJeans. Cue the bunnies and their forced friendship allegations. Acting like they've never seen these girls interact before. If we're gonna go there, didn't NewJeans attend Jennie's concert and take pictures with her? Or how about last year when NewJeans and aespa were suddenly over each other after Minheejin revealed Bang Si-hyuk asked her to crush aespa? Now bunnies wanna cry media play and forced whatever? Go cry about it to your mama. I mean, let's just ignore Katseye.
I mean, I do think it was forced, though. Not like forced in a sense, but I do think it was for the media. Because, you know, they are going through this, and Hype needs to show to the courts that, oh, we are a family, we're all one, you know, all our groups doing well, support each other. So they need to show that to the court. So to me, this is completely a media play.
Because to me, it would have made sense if it was like, okay, this group has been performing for 10 years and this was their comeback. But this is like a...
It's a regular
there's no-
performance.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
no, like, what's the big deal? LESSERAFIM been performing yet.
Yeah.
It's not like they've been on a hiatus.
Why everyone
Yeah.
at the same time took a group for...
Yeah, it's definitely for the optics of it. But I'm not mad at it. You know, they do what they gotta do. I don't blame them.
Cheering hard for Illit when they won Rookie of the Year at Mama. DJ Lara remixing Katseye and LESSERAFIM songs and sending them to the girls. Yunjin saying they're in a group chat. Their interactions at music shows and mentions in interviews, like come on y'all, I'm not saying they're best friends, but they're under the same
But
parent
you know what
company,
was
them
cool?
supporting
To see Katseye in the mix. Because, you know, it's very easy when you're like a crossover to be like kind of outside of the party. But they really were included into this too.
each other isn't that serious, and if it was done to throw shade at NewJeans, I love it. 2. Maroon 5 teased a collab with Lisa, yikes. 1 Google search will show you all the controversies Maroon 5's lead singer Adam Levine has been involved in. In 2022, he was exposed for sliding into multiple women's DMs with explicit messages while his wife was pregnant. A betrayal so brazen it reeked of pathological narcissism.
It was really
One Instagram
bad.
model even revealed he asked if he could name his unborn child after her.
Yeah.
And it gets worse. Some of the girls he was hitting on were minors. Let that sink in. Dude's a predator, using his fame and money to exploit
It's
teenagers.
bad.
Really? I didn't know none of that shit. Wow. Ooh.
I didn't know about the minors part, but I was aware that the name of the baby was going to be one of the name of the
I did not.
girls he had an affair
I
with.
didn't know none of this. Wow. This is giving me yesterday's video about Kanye. Huh.
He treats ethics like a buffet, picking what's convenient. Every scandal reinforces the same truth. Fame didn't corrupt him. It just exposed who he's always
But, you
been.
know-
Seeing Lisa collab with someone as corrupted as
The reason for this collab, Maroon 5 is going to do you numbers. Like, you're going to be on top of the charts, on radio for forever and a day.
To me, this is, you know, Rose has Bruno. What's the next best thing? Oh, Maroon 5.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
him makes me sick. 3. XG's Coachella Week 1 backlash was a coordinated hate campaign by stans starved for a gotcha moment against a group they can't.
Oh, hell no. You started this shit.
Ooh.
Don't now. No. You do not. You apologized. Okay. We accept the apology.
Well, she was
but
part of the, she was helping it. Like,
she was the one
fanning
who's
the
like
flames.
going in at it. And we're sitting here, she's going in, and I'm like,
And we're looking at ourselves crazy.
yeah, I'm like, I really
Like, we
feel
didn't
like she
watch
was
the same
they were
thing.
live. But she's going in, and XG, and now all of a sudden, oh, it's the haters. Please.
Control. Screaming lip sync frauds without watching the fan cams. The truth? XG's mics were live, but nuance doesn't trend. Stans cherry picked clips with muddy audio.
Yeah,
Thanks to
that's
Coachella's
awful.
trash sound mixing, and ran smear campaigns like it was their part-time job. The goal? Not accountability, but to finally drag a group with 0 scandals down to their faves level. Pathetic. XG's crime? Being too good. No bullying scandals. No vocal meltdowns. No lazy performances. Just relentless excellence.
I think this
terrifies
her
stans who
moment to say I was
This-
part of that mess.
yeah,
My
if-
bad again.
Don't talk
sorry.
about this unless you're gonna say, okay, I
bad
was
again,
part of
yeah.
it. Yeah, because now the way you're talking about it, like, oh, you weren't. You were a big part of it. You have a decent sized platform. You know, she gets like 10, 15K views on the videos.
whose faves rely on pity streams and mental health excuses. So when week 1's bogus lip sync narrative dropped, They vultured, Twitter threads calling them overhyped, TikTok edits mocking their robot stage presence, Reddit essays discrediting years of live vocals. The
This
desperation
is where
reeked.
I'm
These
so
weren't
proud to like actually go with what I believe in and say like, oh no, I actually like their performance, because I feel like it's very easy to go with the crowd and say yeah, they were bad, yeah, and not consider your own, thoughts.
critics. They were
Well, to be fair though, yeah, there is that pressure, like for us when we react, especially the people that watch like the music react is the fans, so they want you to like. So it's very easy to just like, oh yeah, it's great, and then when it's not great, they don't take it. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
worst reactors ever, this shit like that, and it's like, okay, fine.
At least be honest.
Yeah, that's
they are honest opinions.
is what it is.
Yeah.
trolls giddy to finally have anything to hate. XG's ascent threatens the entire K-pop ecosystem. They're not from the big four. They don't beg for awards. They don't grovel at variety interviews. Their success is pure skill and high production, and that's a threat. So stans, insecure about their faves' mediocrity, pounced. And when week 2 arrived, XG cranks the live vocals louder, delivering a set so vicious it left.
I noticed that, like, okay, just because your fave is not doing it well, you try to bring it up. Oh, look, they're not doing it well. They
Yeah,
suck. Look at
it's
them. Like,
different.
it's easy to point fingers.
Yeah, and also back to the reactors. You guys got to keep in mind that a lot of reactors, they're faking the reactions.
Yeah,
They're-
we watch some people's reactions to see what what our colleagues can think about the same content that we take, and then we're looking at them like,
they do it because the stands watch it and they get a lot of views, and well, you make money off that. So no, I get it, but it's just, I think if easy way to tell if they like everything, yeah, it's faking it. I think those that are truthful, there's gonna be stuff they like, stuff they trash.
yeah,
Us too. Like I honestly, I barely like anything. I'm really picky about what I like, so I really, it's not that I like a lot. So I guess that's why I'm the worst reactor, because I don't like much. I have like a very high standard to what, not high standard per se. It's just I like a specific stuff. So if it's not my stuff, it's oftentimes I can acknowledge it's good, but it's not for me. Like that was with Baekhyun, Pineapple Slice of Me, and y'all dragged
Oh,
for
I
that
loved it.
too.
Oh,
But I
you were
mean,
delusional with that.
I know, but I mean,
that
it's
was a
not- it's
hit.
not for
Pineapple
me.
slice.
I know, I acknowledge it was solid. It just wasn't
Oh,
for
I
me.
like
Why the fuck I'm supposed to like
Yeah.
it? It wasn't for me.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. If I feel like people watching the reaction, they don't want authenticity. They just want to hype up the artist that they like. It is what it is.
Left scorch marks on the stage, but suddenly the critics vanished. The same accounts that spent days ratioing XG stands went radio silent, no apologies, no retractions, just crickets. Why? Because their lies got exposed. Fan cams flooded timelines showing XG's mics on, their ad-libs imperfect, their breath heaving,
Also,
all proof.
We're not talking about reactions like or T channels that rush to be the first to drop to have all the views in order to get the content out there without keeping in mind that, oh, what you're posting, is it valid?
Oh, that's more so the T channels. The reactions, for reactions, we rush too. Yeah, we try to be the first, because that's how good.
Yeah, but we look at fan cams. You see, I think this is the perfect reason. Because I feel like the true experience
Oh,
is
you
what
talk about
captured by the
Coachella.
fan.
I'm
Yeah,
talking
by
more
the
about
fans.
music videos. You
No,
try
no,
to be
no,
like
no,
the
no.
first.
Oh, no. Because for
Coachella,
music
yeah.
videos, everyone is digesting the actual content that they're selling to
Coachella,
us.
we didn't
But when it
rush,
comes
'cause
to
it's
content,
middle of the night, we're sleeping.
when it comes to content like that people know, oh, gonna want to watch it first and not maybe the later reactions, that you try to be the first. However, I think it was really phenomenal for us that we reacted to solely on fan cams, because we did not know that Coachella, they alter the streams, that you have different like settings, different sounds. That to me was quite odd.
Also with Coachella,
Quite odd.
we couldn't really, like, I mean, I guess we could react to the the official videos, but then we have to block the view because they they don't allow it. So that's why honestly we reacted to fan cams, because just so you can guys also kind of see it. 'Cause,
Yeah.
that blocking reviews, I get it's annoying, but it is what it is.
Of live performance. The haters only playbook? Delete tweets, scrub comments, and slink back to their caves. No integrity, no guts, just cowardice. XG's sin isn't lip syncing. It's existing as a group that doesn't need scandals, pity, or company privilege to succeed. They're a mirror forcing the industry to confront its rot. And stans couldn't handle that reflection, so they tried to shatter the mirror. 4. I'm not excusing.
I don't know oh, we're back at this. Okay. Oh, cool. I'm glad we're still talking about it. But yeah, the whole XG thing, I don't know, like she didn't say one thing that she was part of. She had to. For me, it just comes off, the apology comes off as like, because she
Reviews.
I guess you know, I'm sure people like in Twitter and whatever, like they really went in on XG. For me, the only person that really went at XG from my perspective is her. Because that's how we reacted. That's the only person who really, but I'm not on Twitter. I don't read what people say. So for me, her saying, "Oh, stands this, stands that," when she's not saying, "I am a stand that did that," and I don't know. I guess she's apologized for that, but still, don't talk about it again because you already apologized. So let the past be the past. You made a mistake. It's cool. Or anytime you talk about it, you keep acknowledging that I fucked up too.
Yeah.
You know?
Accusing Blackpink for saying the N-word when Lisa, Rosie, and Jennie's old training videos leaked. I said we should hold YG accountable since they were 15-year-old trainees at the time, but ever since.
Well, so that age, I don't know. You guys said they were 18, but I don't know if y'all were like anti-Blackpink people. I don't, you know, that's kind of also, you know, I don't. It's hard to say what age they were.
People accuse me of being
To me,
selective.
it doesn't matter. Now they're grown women.
It doesn't. Yeah, the age doesn't really matter too much. It's not about the fact that they said. It's about the fact that they're not apologizing. It's really that they should apologize.
Out racism in others while defending Blackpink, and I want to clear things up. Blackpink saying the N-word as trainees was wrong, period. But crucifying only them while ignoring the system that scripted their behavior isn't justice. It's selective outrage that lets the real villains off the hook. The leaked footage of them rapping slurs is indefensible, full stop. But context matters. When I criticize debuted idols like Cards BM or Kiss of Life
But so it is defensible. This is indefensible.
No, she says she's in defense, but she's defending them. Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, YG should apologize, should be held accountable. Yeah, sure, but this is not about YG. This is about...
They're not even YG apologizing on behalf. Like, come on.
Yeah.
No one is apologizing.
Yeah, no, at least... If we at least got the YG apology for them, okay, we can sit and kind of think about it. Now we don't have nobody apologizing. So it's like, if YG didn't apologize, y'all have to apologize individually. Now, if YG gave like kind of like a umbrella apology, no, we can talk about it. Now there isn't, so there's nothing to talk about.
Racist remarks. It's because they had agency. They're adults with resources, platforms, and the power to reject harmful lyrics. But 15, 16 years old trainees? They were child laborers performing for YG's approval, forced to mimic whatever their coaches deemed marketable. The
So why
N-word
didn't
was
they
his
say
choice.
it? Why don't they say it themselves then?
That's exactly the point. It's like, we understand all that. That's all reasonable. What she's saying is reasonable. The problem is none of them came out and said, I was a child laborer. I had no say. I was forced to say that word, and I'm sorry for saying. That's all. That's all you gotta say.
They're arguing for them as if they can't speak.
Yeah, like just the whole problem is not the fact that they said it. It's that they won't apologize. It's like they're just ignoring and hoping everybody's gonna forget about it.
It was a corporate assignment. YG handed them lyrics like a script, drilled them to parrot black aesthetics without context, and punished dissent with elimination. This isn't an excuse. It's an indictment of the system that treats minors like programmable robots. Companies slap box braids on idols, sample hip-hop beats, and fetishize swag, all while failing to hire black producers, lyricists, or sensitivity trainers. Underage trainees aren't taught the weight of the N-word. They're taught to perform blackness as a costume. This isn't a Blackpink problem. It's an industry-wide rot. When debuted idols like BM say the N-word, it's inexcusable because they've had years post-training to educate themselves. But trainees? They're marinating in a system that reduces black culture to a prop. YG's coaches didn't sit those girls down to explain the history of the slur. They said sound more urban. The fault lies with the architects, not the child soldiers. Accusing me of defending Blackpink misses the point. I'm not. I'm attacking the power imbalance that turns minors into complete...
I mean, you literally just spent 3 minutes defending them. Though. Like you're excusing them for 3 minutes.
Yep.
You'd blame deflecting the blame from them into the YG.
Implicit participants. Blackpink should have known better once they debuted, and their silence...
And throughout, you know, the blame deflection, she already written the whole apology all the Blackpink girls had to say. Like she already written, they just watch this video, copy what she said, and that's an apology you had to do.
on these leaks as adults is its own failure. But crucifying their teen selves for corporate mandated racism? Come on. But I will say Blackpink as adults owe apologies and action. Silence now is complicity. 5. The reaction to the...
Yes, it is complicity.
But why was that so short? She said that as like an afterthought. One sentence.
Yeah.
Moonbin tribute song is downright disgusting. It's been 2 years since we lost the sweet angel Moonbin. And his closest friends, Astro,
What's the
Bangchan,
reaction?
Munsua, VVs, 17 and other idols released a song to honor his memory. While most responses were heartfelt, some vile trolls and even news outlets accused these grieving idols of exploiting Moonbin's memory for clout and cash. They completely ignored the raw tears streaming down the idols' faces in the video.
I didn't get that out of the video, that they were exploiting it.
No.
It gave like a nice tribute. I didn't get that.
His poor sister was part of the song as well. Imagine enduring the agony of losing a brother, only to be attacked by...
So I believe his sister is part of Billy, at Triple L. Billy.
Heartless idiots twisting your grief into a marketing stunt. It's sociopathic behavior. Moonbin's friends, people who shared meals, stages, and actual memories with him released a song to honor his legacy. The behind-the-scenes footage shows them sobbing, clutching each other and fighting to get through takes without breaking down. But sure, let's pretend they're scheming villains cackling over streaming revenue from a funeral dirge. This isn't a K-pop issue, it's a human decency issue. Since when did mourning become a cash grab? Or is it just easier to punch down at idols because you've convinced yourself their grief isn't real? The hypocrisy stinks. These critics cry exploitation while retweeting rest in peace posts for clout.
I think he's wearing like a shirt. I think he's wearing a shirt. Like a
Yeah, it's his sleeve. It's a nude illusion.
Yeah, he's wearing a because I'm looking at I'm like, this is not his real body.
Monetizing their outrage and weaponizing idols like Moonbin and Sully
You
to
don't
farm
see- you
engagement.
see-
Yeah, it's yeah, it is.
Get a life. 6. Criticizing
But anyway, this Moonbin thing. Yeah, I didn't get that it's a gimmick at all. I felt it
Yeah.
was genuine. Everybody, it seemed like a nice thing to do. I have no problem with that. I think
Yeah.
it was just a tribute, and that's all it was. I don't even think any of them is actually getting paid for it. I think the Astro label is getting paid for it because the way the song was copyrighted on the Astro. So I don't think those features getting paid for it.
Soyeon's cringeworthy English lyrics isn't xenophobic. It's holding her to the same standard as every artist who
And
chooses
also,
to use.
I don't think we know where that money goes. I think it can go to the family or something, or to a cause, or
Doubt
who
it.
knows.
Doubt it. It's a for-profit business. They ain't giving up with that money. They're keeping it.
Use a language they haven't mastered. From Super Junior's Close Your Lips and Shut Your Tongue to EXO's Never Don't Mind About a Thing. K-pop's English mishaps have been dragged for decades, rightfully so. If you inject English into your music targeting a global audience, prepare for global scrutiny. Soyeon isn't being
Yeah, I think the criticism is not so like if she.
What's the criticism?
I don't know.
understand.
Soyeon. Somebody criticized Soyeon's English. I don't know exactly.
in
the
what context?
I'm assuming
Oh.
lyrics.
Uh,
So that right.
Yeah.
If
hit the
it's lyrics,
klaxon.
if it's Klaxon
Yeah.
particularly, it deserves all the criticism. Klaxon is I don't know what the fuck that is. If we talk about her interview and she does interview in English, we can't
Then
criticize
no.
that. No, that's not up for criticism. That's just person speaking. We can't do
Yeah.
that. But if it's part of the lyrics, we should, and we will criticize the lyrics for the simple fact that it's not her. They have, or if they don't, they must have a team of English speakers that
You
can.
know, Soyeon does everything.
I don't know. Figure it
Now, I
out.
don't know.
Hire somebody.
I don't know now since
Fuck.
they renegotiated their deal, if she still does everything.
Imagine I make a song in Korean and I just say some garbage nonsense. Like they would be dragging me
Yeah.
the same way. So it's like it is what it is. Lyrics have to make sense. If they don't make sense in English, well, okay. Your English is not good. We can understand that. We respect that. Hire somebody who has good English. It's that simple.
And to me, it just shows that her fans, they're competent enough to not settle and say, "No, girl, we can't accept this.
Yeah.
My money is too
Fans
good."
Or critics.
You're
I
still
don't
a
know.
fan.
I don't know if
You're a
it's
fan.
fans.
You're still a fan. You're still a
I don't know.
fan.
I think fans just eat everything up. I think fans are the ones defending it.
singled out. She's joining a hall of shame that includes legends and rookies alike. Claiming xenophobia here is a cop-out. Nobody called CL xenophobic for mocking her own baddest female lyrics. Criticism ain't bigotry, very often. Soyeon's pronunciation twists words into a slurred afterthought, while her cadence clashes with the beat. This isn't a language barrier.
When we
It's
say
a
her English, is her when she speaks it and what it sounds like, or the actual like structure of the words or the
I
sentence?
don't know.
lack of due diligence. Groups like XG work with lyricists and coaches to refine their English. Soyeon's team
Exactly.
clearly couldn't care less. If you're gonna
Maybe we're talking about spoken English while singing. Still, I would differentiate this from speaking and singing. Singing, you have a coach how to pronounce those words. When you're on the spot doing an interview, you don't have a coach. That's
Yeah.
the difference. If you for singing, you should know how to pronounce it properly.
rap
Because what you have fucking 10 English words in the song. You can
Because
learn 10
sometimes
English
in the
words.
live performances, some groups, the way they say certain words, I'm like,
I know, but it's not obnoxious. If they have like, and that's what I actually said about XG. Why I felt they were singing live because their pronunciation at times was off,
yeah,
which was okay. I wasn't dragging them for that. I was just pointing that out.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, if the pronunciation sometimes is off, it's okay. But
Mm-hmm.
I guess she's like always slurring it wrong, or because that's what she said. I don't honestly. That's the thing. I really wish she provided context. Like I have no idea what we're talking
Yeah,
about here. I'm
like
just
a
kinda,
clip, something.
Yeah, I'm just kind of I'm going guessing what we're talking
in
about.
a language you're not fluent in. At least hire someone who is. Infantilizing non-native speakers as too fragile for feedback is condescending. Soyeon's a grown woman and a professional artist. Treating her like a toddler who scribbled broken English on a fridge drawing is insulting. Worse, it implies non-Western artists can't handle critique, perpetuating the soft bigotry of low expectations. Nobody expects Soyeon to sound like Shakespeare. But there's a baseline, if you're English. Lyrics are indecipherable without subtitles. You failed, period. This isn't about mocking accents. It's
Oh.
about clarity. If I'm hearing I'm a clean car instead of I'm a queen card, we've got a problem. 7. Katseye.
Okay. I get it.
I'm a clean
You're
cut.
right. You're
I'm a clean
right.
cut.
You're right.
Didn't we hear that in one of the songs?
Yeah,
I feel like
Queen card. Uh-huh.
I thought we
If
said
we,
something
yeah,
like that.
yeah, they're guilty of that.
I think when in the Queen card, I think we said clean. In one of the videos we did, I feel like I said.
It was like their live performance.
Yeah, it was live. It was live, but I feel like
'Cause they don't-
it sounded like something. I don't know if it sounded like clean car,
Yeah.
but
yeah,
it
they're-
did sound like
yeah.
something else.
Yeah, they're
It is-
guilty
I remember
of that.
that.
They're
Katseye has
guilty
started
of that.
teasing a new single titled Gnarly, which will be released on April 30th. The teasers are very odd. The whiplash between their debut EP Sis and these new teasers is almost schizophrenic. Last era was safe, straightforward pop. Now they're slapping neon green glitch fonts over horror aesthetics while shoving food motifs into the frame. And I'm kinda digging the clash of horror vibes and quirkiness. That's Katseye refusing to be boxed in. The debut tested the waters, but now they're diving into the deep end, weaponizing their spunky energy in bold new ways. If the music matches
I'm
the
excited
madness,
for
we're in
Gnarly.
for a treat. Some fans
I don't know. We didn't watch the teasers. If they drop like a highlight medley or
Hey,
something, we'll
there was
react.
teasers? I need to see it.
That's like what 10 seconds. What are we gonna react to that?
Oh.
But
I could talk.
I will say though, it's been like what 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
They dropped in July. What the fuck are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
We need music, so it's about time.
are whining since it's just a single after all these months, but it's pretty obvious from their debut rollout they're going the Western playbook. 8. Let's review Kai's comeback. Wait on Me stitches Afrobeats light percussion to SM's signature atmospheric haze.
Honestly,
and yeah, it's
a lot of y'all dragged us for our reaction for this.
Why?
I don't even feel like we were that bad. All I said about this, it's classic Afrobeat. We heard other Afrobeat artists.
Mm-hmm.
We actually listened to Afrobeat. Nothing special about the song.
I just like the
So-
other drop better.
Yeah, I don't know why we're supposed to like it. He took an Afrobeat that people in Africa actually make. Okay, so we compare him to that standard. To that standard, the song was mediocre. If you want to compare it to other K-pop, okay, you can call it innovative because it's something different. Fine, but if you
What was the feedback? Of
I don't know.
What they
I,
felt
people,
like?
I never read all the comments. I read some. I like people there. I'm like, okay, but it's like there's nothing special about the song whatsoever. Like, go listen to Rema, Burna Boy, same sound but better. So why we're supposed to like this when there's actual artists that make this music better? I don't get it.
fine, sleek production, breathy vocals, and a fleeting dance break that teases actual energy. It gave me Wonho and Wei V's 10 vibes, especially the focus on sensuality and sex appeal, which has always been Kai's strongest selling
Like, we didn't even say it was bad. I was just say, for K-pop fans, this might be something not of a novelty, so they might like it. For us, it's okay. Like, it's better than this Adult Swim for sure. But Walls Don't Talk was way better than this.
point. But strip away the glossy synths and what's left. Melodies flatter than my butt. Hooks so forgettable they evaporate mid-listen. SM's allergic to memorable songwriting
Well,
now.
you gotta do some squats if your ass is flat.
And Kai's playing along. His performance is a 10, but the song is a 6. Lastly, let's review TWS's
valid.
Yeah, well, that's about what I said too.
comeback. Countdown is TWS on autopilot in the best and worst ways. The track kicks off with that signature blend of sentimental vocal hooks and explosive instrumental drops they've
Yeah, I do think it gave very much TWS.
recycled since their debut plot twist. The chorus is undeniably addictive. Punchy drums, electric guitar riffs, and those bright
That's what we
shout-along vocals that
said.
scream TWS. It's their formula perfected. And some of you might argue
Yeah.
it's still too early to judge, but we've had 4 title tracks with almost identical structure, instrumentation,
That's
and
what I
vocal
That's
approach.
what we
It works
said.
for
Yeah.
now, but their creativity risks stagnation. Not saying
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. I
They
don't.
stick to the formula that
But I
works for
think
them.
I
no?
yeah, I'd rather artists do that and start experimenting. If that's what works for them, that's what you expect out of them. That's what they drop. Then you should be happy because that's what you expect. I like that. It's not like I criticize a lot of groups where I expect one thing and they drop completely something else. I'm like,
The thing
that's
is
not
that
what I like you for.
It's all sounding the same.
Well, to us it sounds the same because we don't understand it. But I'm sure if you listen to the lyrics, it don't sound the same. And their audience is clearly Korea, so.
you can't follow a formula. It just need enough evolution and variation. Countdown proves they've mastered their sound. But mastery without growth is a dead end.
Wow.
Hey, Miami.
I don't know.
Hey guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.